The body may die, but never the soul, which is merely passed on. Souls flow onward, born and reborn, forever part of the great ether stream.
Why friends make grave here? Can we not take Biggiepon home to village?
He'd want to be buried where he fell. It is traditional amongst mercenaries.
I'm so sorry, Vanda. If only I hadn't listened to those people, you'd still be... I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault. No matter what, those guys would have tracked us down eventually. What matters is that Vandam saved all our lives. For now, let's just be grateful to him for that.
You're right.
I won't forget your words, Vandam, ever. I'll fight my own war with Pyra. Pyra? Are you all right?
Yes.
Good. I was worried that you might not. Wake up. Pyra, you know I've got to ask. That thing that happened yesterday, you called yourself Mithra?
What? I am...
I'd like to hear that too. That power, it wasn't normal. Is that the true power of the Aegis? I think you owe us an explanation. It was pretty crazy.
Tora want to know too. Pyro was super strong. Why so strong, huh?
No, don't pressure the girl.
Well, the thing is... I mean...
Pyra?
Why?
Huh?
Why did you wake me up?
Huh? What?
I didn't want to wake up. I didn't want to come back. I left everything to her so I'd never have to use that power again. But then you woke me up.
Woke you up?
If you hadn't been so useless, none of this would have happened. I wouldn't have had to use this power. Didn't you listen to that Vandam guy? He told you to hold back. He told you to run. But you just had to push yourself, idiot. Look where it's got us now.
You
really messed up.
You don't have to tell me that. I know, all right. I knew I was being an idiot.
Rex.
But I couldn't hand you over to them. I wanted to keep you safe.
What? At any rate, if you've got questions, you can ask her. I'm out of here. Bye. That's not fair. Everyone, I'm very sorry about all that. Malos and I are Aegises. Blades born with a terrible power, strong enough to destroy the world.
Malos is another Aegis.
Long ago, there was a man who climbed the world tree, hoping to make it to Elysium and meet his creator. But when he arrived at Elysium, he found it empty. So instead, as proof that he had reached that divine realm, he brought back 2 core crystals, Malos and me. And once he made it back to Allrest, he awakened Malos. Why he did it, I can't say. For greed, for power, or perhaps... When Malos awakened, he wielded his world-shaking power without restraint. To him, it was natural. He had never known anything else. I was awakened by a driver who was determined to stop Malos's rampage. So Malos and I fought. I fought with all my might and succeeded in defeating Malos. But not without a price. 3 great titans fell in the struggle. After the battle, I sealed myself away to ensure that power would never be unleashed again. I took the form you see now and fell into a long slumber. That was 500 years ago.
The Aegis War. The man who awakened Mithra was Adam, hero of the lost kingdom of Torna. Adam fought as Mithra's driver to protect the world from Malos. We Titans played our part in that battle too. It is our calling to live alongside humanity after all.
Gramps?
Adam hid Pyra's sleeping body inside a great ship and sunk her to the cloud sea's floor where none could abuse her power.
So that day, that's the ship that we... That's how Pyra and
I believe it was fate that we met each other. Otherwise, my sister would never have woken up.
You call her your sister?
Mithra and I used to talk together. In that dream of Elysium where you met me. We promised that when we were awakened again, we'd go home to the real Elysium. And then we would fulfill our real purpose.
And that's... defeating Malos again.
I'm very sorry about Mithra. She didn't mean all that. You have to understand, she came out because she wanted to protect you. She broke her own seal for you. Even used her power as the Aegis. The flame powers I use are just a shadow of her strength. Droplets of excess energy trickling through the seal.
Don't worry about it. She was right. This was all my fault. I'm just glad... that you finally managed to open up a little. Also, thank you for protecting everyone, I mean.
Protecting? Me?
Your powers are incredible. I could feel the truth behind the legends.
I'm sorry.
You apologize a lot. You know that? I guess you still feel guilty about the Aegis's power, right? But I don't want you to have to apologize anymore. I hope I can help you move past that. No. I know I can.
Rex,
Power depends on the heart of its wielder. That's what Vandam said. That's why your power is the power to protect. The power to keep everyone safe and smiling. I want to do the same. I'm gonna be the kind of driver who can protect you in turn, I promise. Make a girl cry? That's not gonna fly. Make a girl smile? You pass the trial. That's the third rule of the Salvager Code. Yeah?
Rex! Can you help Tora with repairing of Poppi, please?
Okay, I'll be right there. Oh, yeah. What's for dinner tonight?
how does meatball pot au feu sound?
Delicious. I can't wait.
That's my Rex. Never loses his smile. And that's what keeps us all going. Reminds you of Adam, don't you think?
What's this?
Take it, and go to Indal. That dagger's owner will tell you how you can get to Elysium.
This is a blade weapon, right? Who's its owner?
The man who was once my driver.
Your driver, huh? But then...
Cole is a blade. We fought together in the Aegis War. Yes. His real name is Minoth.
Blades not get old, though. Why Cole look so old?
Because I'm one of the cursed ones. A flesh eater.
Flesh eater?
A blade who has been fused with human cells. A long time ago, before the war, some sought to test the limits of Blade's potential. I am a product of their experiments, one of the unlucky ones who was tainted by their folly.
Why would ancient people do that?
It seems that by combining Blade and human, it is sometimes possible to create blades with extremely unique powers. But only very rarely. Most experiments were failures, and I was no different. I gained nothing at all, and lost my immortality to boot. I likely won't last much longer.
Grandpa?
Before I go, I want to see where your path ends. That dagger will aid you. Will you do this for me?
Of course. Oh, but can I ask you to do something too?
Namely?
I was wondering if you could write a play about Vandam.
About Vandam?
Yeah, I think his story could inspire a lot of people. Once I find Elysium, I'll come see you again. Show it to me then?
An interesting notion. Perhaps that is the least I can do. Very well. I'll do it. So see you make it back here in one piece. Understand?
Absolutely. You have my word.
Off we go!
What will we find?
Reporting.
I'll apply myself fully.
I'll take care of it. Okay, understood.
You're sending me off?
Roger that.
And for this? You...
Wait till you see me in action. Moving out!
Good luck!
a bad job. From strength to strength.
I feel I can get stronger.
My strength grows by the day. My growth can't...
I reckon the quickest route is back to Argentum, ship to Morardane, then on to the Praetorium.
If we're lucky, there'll be a guild ship at the port.
Can't say no to a free ride. Let's go and see.
It doesn't cost anything?
Salvagers can board guild ships for free. I'll negotiate for you guys too.
That would be big help.
Don't let me get rusty.
Let's sock it to him!
Long journeys make Tora tired.
What will we find?
Let's rest a spell.
So, shall we?
You're all mine.
Poppi power! Leave Napon to Poppi!
Hey, look what I found!
Congratulations.
Hey, it's Rex!
Rex come back alive?
Rex have many sidekicks now.
Quite the little celebrity, aren't we?
Well, you know, I've been trading here for a while. Anyway, I'll find us a ride to the Empire. You guys go on ahead to the inn.
Sounds good. See you around then.
And arrived.
All in one piece.
Oh! Huh. Right, so it looks like we're heading out tomorrow. Everyone, make sure you're ready by then.
Understood.
Affirmative.
The tea here is lovely.
You can find quality goods here from all around, Orist. You like the place?
Yes. If there's time before we leave, I think I'll have another cup later.
Feels so good to rest in a proper inn after a long voyage.
Yeah, it's good to be on familiar shores again. Oh.
You! How did you... What? What are you doing in my bed?
Wait!
Ah! Get out! Interloper! Monster!
Wait a minute, would you? Ow! You're the one in my room. The guy's room, see?
Huh? I can't believe it. I did it again. I am such an idiot.
Is this what they call sleepwalking?
You were staring.
Huh?
Pervert!
Whoa, what?
She's certainly exposing an awful lot of skin.
Pot, meat kettle.
Would you care to explain what that is supposed to mean, my good sir?
Have you looked in a mirror recently?
Hi, Pyra.
Oh, good morning.
Listen, about earlier.
I'm sorry about Mithra. She gets very confused when she's just woken up.
See?
It didn't get violent, did it?
No, I didn't do anything weird. Not a thing.
No. It was more Mithra I was worrying about.
Oh, right. I guess she did throw a thing or two.
Oh no. So that was where that came from. I'm sorry. Did it hurt a lot?
No, not at all. Really, I'm fine.
Are you sure? Honestly, my head is still a little painful.
To be young again.
Indeed, indeed.
We need a little romance in our lives, too, eh?
Actually, I'm quite all right.
Aegeon. Yes.
I have returned from my assignment, Your Majesty.
Welcome back, Morag. You too, Bridget.
I'm honored.
It is good to see you again, Bridget.
You look well too, Aegeon.
So this Aegis truly was the genuine article?
Indeed.
And the boy?
From his garments, he appeared to be a young salvager.
I would be most interested in meeting him.
That can be arranged.
We have received reports of an attack on a ship headed for the Praetorium.
A transport vessel.
Yes, carrying a cargo of core crystals.
Core crystals. Torna's work, then.
Most likely. According to a lucky survivor, the culprit was a masked man.
Jin. It must have been him.
This is the third time. From what I hear, Urian vessels have also suffered significant damage.
My sincere apologies. This is all my fault, Your Majesty. I let that Torna girl off lightly. I should have interrogated her more.
You set the captive loose because you felt it necessary, did you not? That is enough for me. Besides which, if this really is the doing of that masked man, I doubt he would have been stopped, even by an army 5,000 strong. We have more pressing issues to consider.
Such as?
The Senate have independently resumed the excavation of Judicium.
The pro-war faction, Senator Roderick.
The loss of those core crystals must have made them restless. Judicium is a very delicate region. It would be unwise to provoke Uriah.
I understand your meaning. If the Senate make any unsavory moves, we can take action.
I'm counting on you, dear sister.
This light, what is it? Rock's core crystal. It was like a stone. What happened?
Don't you remember, Rex? Vanham told you. Core crystals don't die, they always regenerate after a while.
Regenerate?
Ready to be reawakened by a new driver.
So, if I resonated with it now,
then a new rock would be born into this world.
a new rock. Vandam's blade.
What do?
I'm not sure. Taking Vandam's old partner. It just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, but maybe he would have wanted you to do it. Just do whatever.
Right.
Probably time we headed for the ship, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'll go ahead and register us for boarding.
Nia, do we really need to rush?
Sure, we could take our time and miss out on the good seats. Oops.
Ow. What was that kid's problem?
Rex! Your bag!
Huh? No. No. No!
What have you lost now?
Rock's core crystal. It's not here.
You mean the little blighter?
After him, at once!
Titan's foot! Huh. Oh!
That little thief looked pretty young, right?
Yeah. And those ears. Got Motti for sure.
So let's see. There, that's the brat.
Whoa! What do you think you're doing?
Why, that little... He stole the old ship.
What now?
Let's go. Are there any other? There's one. Garum.
Hey, Rex. What's the big hurry?
Lend me a boat.
What? I mean, sure, but why?
There was a pickpocket. Took our core crystal. Over there.
Over there?
Hold it! Bring that ship back here!
Why, that's Pittman's ship. Your thief's on board that thing.
Please.
All right, then. The key's in the slot, so you can take her right out.
Thanks. I'll bring her back as soon as I can.
No worries. Go get him, Rex.
The ship!
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is where he got off.
He may still be somewhere nearby.
Right. Then let's ask around and see what we can find.
Good plan.
So, shall we?
We're here.
So, shall we? So, shall we?
Got it. I give you my all. Think about it objectively. Stay calm. Bear it bravely.
And we...
Hankering for our banquets?
If we're on the right track, he should be around here, yeah?
Thief using Umon's workshop as hideout! I never dream of such a thing.
That's him. Let's surround them so he can't run.
Gotcha.
Ah, you lot.
Kid, you sure led us on a merry chase. You've wasted a lot of our time, you know.
Damn it.
Look at you. You're only kids. Why don't you just give back what you took? We'd rather not hurt you or anything.
You're basically a kid yourself.
Oi, I'll have you know I work for a living. Right, hand it over.
No, you're not having it. The core crystal is ours now. If you want it so bad, you'll have to take it by force.
Well, nothing for it, I guess. All right, let's go. This'll be a walk in the park.
You fight strong for them.
Ha! Heavy hitter. Sure, why not?
Poppi will protect us.
Power spike.
Tora will do it.
Yeah!
Let's do it.
Hit it now! Everyone's getting sight. Why not?
Raging tiger!
Well, we took it by force. Just like you wanted us to. Titan's foot. You're all barely 10 years old. Why are you stealing from people?
Look, keeping your traps shut won't help anyone.
My lady, be a little more gentle.
Why? They're only petty thieves.
Be that as it may, they are still children.
Look, I'm sure there's a reason you're doing all this. Are you just that hard up?
What do you take us for? We're not some poor beggars.
Okay. So it's not money you're after?
Then what the hell is it they want?
You should just tell everything. Rex not hurt you.
Come on.
We want revenge.
Revenge?
We're gonna avenge our village.
You don't mean you were planning to awaken this blade and use it? Well, why don't you tell us the whole story? We might be able to help.
Bandits attacked your village?
It was just a small, peaceful village. But the bad men, just because we had water, they...
Did anyone survive? Don't tell me. You're the only ones?
What's your name?
Me? Why do you want to know?
Please, kid?
It's Reese. From Cordell Village.
Cordell Village? Can't say I've heard of it.
It's just a tiny village on the outskirts of Gormott. Not many people know it.
Okay, Reese. I get why you did this. But still, it's not right to steal from people. Besides which, awakening a blade is dangerous. Do you know what happens if it fails?
You never know until you try. Long as one of us manages it, that's all that matters.
Sounds like you really were desperate, my boy. I assume you know the whereabouts of these bandits?
There's a big cave over on Twin Trunks Hill. They use it as a hideout.
Oh, Reese, it's awful. Those scum are gonna... Who are they?
Don't worry about them. What's the matter?
Right, okay. The bandits are planning to attack Turrigoth.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we overheard one of their men talking about it in the city just now.
And it was definitely one of them.
It looked like they were scouting the place out. They were saying with the console gone, now's the perfect chance to take advantage.
A shrewd observation. This would indeed be the perfect time to mount an attack.
Are you trying to tell me that idiot console was actually good for something?
So, this all our fault?
Well... yeah. I guess we might have been the trigger.
We can't sit by and let this happen.
Agreed. Right. You lot, you can leave those nasty bandits to us.
What?
I swear, we'll avenge your village.
But...
Don't worry. By the way, name's Rex. Reese, take the others and go warn the city guard.
Warn them about the bandits?
Nah, they probably wouldn't believe you if you said bandits were coming. So tell them about us instead. Tell them the guys who destroyed the water tower are hiding out at Twin Trunks Hill.
If you say so, but why?
Don't worry, you'll see. We're counting on you, okay?
Okay.
Which way from here?
And we're you.
Let us go.
Hey, look what I found!
Congratulations.
What the...
Well, this is quite the unhelpful obstruction.
Hey, isn't this the same as that thing we saw in the blowhole with Van Damme?
Indeed. It seems to be the same phenomenon.
In that case...
Yeah. We just need a little help from Rock. Van Damme, mate. Hope this is okay.
Rex?
My name is Rock! Apologies. Force of habit. Rock, pleased to meet you.
All right! You really did it!
Rock.
So, you are my new driver. Bit of a scrawny one, if you ask me. But, oh well, it's good to meet you.
He talks kind of like Van Damme, eh?
Van Damme? Who is that?
Oh, right. You wouldn't remember since you've been reawakened now. He was your old driver.
My old driver? Ah, so my core was passed down to you.
We could have stolen it.
I didn't sense any guilt in your words.
You're a perceptive one, all right. Yes, you take after your old master in more ways than one.
Listen, Rock, we need your help. Reckon you could clear the way for us?
This stuff? Of course. Nothing simpler. My ass must schmy ass. The wind is my mate.
Wow! That hardly took any time at all.
I did say it was a simple task.
Thanks a bunch, Rock. Rock?
Tell me something. My previous driver.
You mean Van Damme?
Yes, this Van Damme. What kind of a man was he?
He was incredibly strong. He looked kind of scary, but he was kind, too. And he saved my life. It's thanks to Van Damme that we're all standing here now.
I see. Then I think I'd better protect you all, too.
Huh?
To carry on my driver's will, as best I can. That's the path I feel best befits a blade.
Oh, Rock.
So what's the plan? Looks like there's quite a few of them. And they have blades, too.
No time for complicated plans. Don't worry. There'll be no match for us.
I knew you'd say that. But hey, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Just remember, we're not here to kill anyone. So mind you don't go overboard.
Was Rex not going to avenge Village?
There's more than one way to do that. Right?
Well, if you say so. Understood.
Right. Let's go. All of you, put down your weapons. You're not gonna harm that city.
Who the hell are you punks? We ain't got time for a bunch of kids.
Hold it! They're drivers and blades. Now I get it. The city hired you, huh?
What do you think?
How'd you find out about... whatever. Hey lads, let's slaughter these brats! We'll make an example of them. Yeah!
Okay, time to take you down.
Let's show them what we're really doing.
No one can stop us now. Why not? Rolling smack. Gotcha. Thanks for that. Rolling smack.
Steady. I sense a great fire.
Sword bash.
Just make use of it.
Sword bash.
Gotcha. I will set.
Rolling smash.
Not me!
No effect.
Not me!
Rolling smash.
Make haste and retreat.
Sword bash.
Healing halo. Rigid shield.
Sword bash.
Tora can do it.
Not me!
Jaguar flash.
Make haste and retreat.
Rock. Go for it.
While you can. Blade combo. Third stage. Awesome. Not yet.
I'm all set.
Gotcha. My thoughts exactly.
Now it's just.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting sacked.
Wild side.
Go wild!
Careful now.
Not me!
Rolling smash.
Thanks, Poppi! Spinning elevator!
Rolling smash.
Up, steady!
Sword bash.
Bucket slam!
Ha.
Not me!
Tora will do it! Thanks for the support!
I've had enough.
Well, we managed to beat them, all right. But what now?
Ah, right on time.
Oh, I get it. That's why you asked the kids to call them here.
It isn't us they need to answer to. Right?
Leaving them to the authorities. A wise decision.
I suppose we should probably leave then. It's not a good idea to be here when the military arrives. Let's go.
Yeah, let's move. So you see, considering the situation, could you let them off the hook?
I'd hate to deny a request from you, Rex. And I can see these kids have had a hard time. What do you think?
Well,
I suppose I did get my ship back safe and sound.
Hey, how about this? Make them work for the guild, and get them to work off what they owe that way.
What?
These brats! Are you saying we should make salvagers of them?
I think they show a lot of promise. They've got pretty quick fingers. Right? Come on, you know it makes sense. They're poor little orphans with nowhere to go. Are you really just gonna turn them away?
You sure know how to twist a guy's arm. All right, I'll do it. I'll sort out the details with Papunen. But it's just bed and board for now. Got that? If you want paying, you prove yourselves first.
You hear that? I hope you don't mind.
Wow.
Right then, work hard, you rascals!
That was a slog.
Let us go. Oh.
So this is the Imperial capital.
Such a big city. Maybe their place is selling rare junk parts for upgrading Poppi. Time to go look!
Master Pawn, Poppi would rather use new parts if possible.
Meh, meh! Is that you there, Tora? Have not seen Tora in long time. Remember me? Mui Mui?
Huh? Why random old guy know Tora's name?
Oh, Tora not remember me at all. It Mui Mui. I was assistant of Professor Susu, your Grampy Pon.
Oh, you that old Mooey Mooey guy! Of course Tora remember. Mooey Mooey should have said to start with.
Mui Mui did say.
Oh, right. Mooey Mooey not very interesting, so Tora forgot he exists.
Tora? That's not very nice.
No, I do not blame Tora. Tora was very young back then. Not surprising he forget.
Besides, Master Pawn was quite distracted just now, only thinking of how to upgrade Poppi.
Why, could it be? This looked like artificial blade.
Mooey Mooey right. Tora studied Grampypon and Dadapon's blueprints carefully and finished construction.
Meh, meh, how wonderful. If only Professor Susu's still here to see results of hard work.
Mooey Mooey, you have any idea where Dadapon went?
That day when the lab was attacked, Mui Mui was out on errand. When I got back, Professor Susu's body was lying there. But there was no sign of Professor Tatazo.
I see. Even Mooey Mooey not know.
Do not feel down, Master Pawn. We will find Dadapon someday. Though no evidence for this hypothesis.
Anyway, Mui Mui apologize for interrupting your trip when you just arrived in city. Friend of Mui Mui, run an inn just up ahead. Place with famous hot springs. If you like, Mui Mui can try to get you discount.
Mooey Mooey is best friend!
And arrived.
All in one piece.
Hey, look what I've... That feels good.
Such wondrous bliss. Makes aching of journey melt away.
Hang on. Should you even be in the bath? Won't you rest or something?
They're no problem. Poppi made from special alloy. No rust or need for oil.
Tora thought of everything, huh?
Master Pawn is finest artificial blade maker in all the world.
Hey, Pyra. Come on in, the water's great. Wait, Mithra? Huh?
Is there a problem?
I guess not, but... Nice bod you've got there.
Thanks. When I told her there was a hot spring here, Mithra was dead set on trying it out. So, here I am.
Must be interesting for you guys. Anyway, I think I'm heading out.
Nia, are you?
Well, yeah.
Do you want us to keep this quiet?
I'd appreciate it, yeah, for now.
Understood. You got it.
Thanks. Whew, that was a good bath.
Mithra seemed very pleased.
Well, it was my first bath in 500 years. I think I have the right to savor it.
Can you just switch whenever?
With Pyra? Of course. Our memories are shared, so it doesn't matter that much who takes control.
Hmm. Sounds pretty handy. Hey, what the hell was that?
I cannot say. It sounds like some kind of disturbance.
Let's find out. Come on. Oh.
What's that look for?
Oh, I was just surprised to see you.
You'd rather I was her?
I didn't mean it like that.
Hey, can I ask something?
You need permission now?
Do you mind if I stay like this for the time being?
Like this? You mean as Mithra?
It hasn't been long since I woke up, and this is all new to you. We need time to adjust to using my power. She and I talked it over together. Mithra's power is much stronger than mine, but it has its limitations. It can be difficult to use in tight spaces. It might be best if you get used to using her in different situations.
I mean, I don't mind at all. I'd like to learn more about you, too.
What's that supposed to mean? I don't see how I'm any different from her, really.
Really? You can certainly be more touchy sometimes.
Well, that's just who I am. What do you expect me to do?
You see what I mean?
What's that smile for?
No, I just thought it's been fun lately. A lot's happened since meeting Pyra. And now I've met you, too.
A lot of that stuff can't have been easy, though. So why the smile?
Even rough patches can be valuable experiences. Is that weird?
Always the optimist.
Gramps gets mad at me for being too positive sometimes.
More like all the time.
Was that over there?
Looks like it.
We're back! World has many amazing places in it! Safely!
Perhaps rest and enjoy view for a bit.
No! We lost the upper hand!
Take that, don't forget! Don't forget!
Well done! Maybe we're not.
Take that!
And retreat.
Why not? Why not?
Quicken arts!
Rolling smash!
There!
Maybe
Don't
we'll get out of
forget!
this alive after all.
Don't forget that!
Let me show you.
Right there!
Why not?
Don't forget!
Let's go! No, I'm new enemy in the mix.
You can't do that.
Topple them!
Enemy's element is now fire.
You're done!
Poppy will protect
For
Master
sure.
One.
Thanks, Poppi!
Why not? You're done! Rolling smash!
Let me take it. Taste of the game. Check it out.
You're done! Yeah! Ha! That will cut you off! Rolling smash! Sword back!
Everything
miss.
defense press.
Rolling smash! You're done!
Defense protocol activated.
That will cut you off!
Thanks for the support!
You're done! Smash!
The enemy's element is now fire.
You're done! Now I'm fired! Oh! You're done!
Gotcha.
Rolling smash!
Are you ready for Poppy's
That will
force?
cut you off!
Wow.
Ha! No effect! Hit it! No! You're done!
Prepare yourself!
Why not?
Splendid.
Go on, praise us some more.
Poppy power.
Part of the battle is in the preparation.
My fondness for you is...
Fight with no fear. I have...
I've been so bored, I was about to go out hunting solo. Whoa!
Poppy power.
What the hell? I know we didn't miss. Is she a blade? No, look. Huh. That body, mechanical.
What? Who's that?
Meh? Lila? Wait! Lila!
Wait up, Tora! Up! Oh!
If they seek a fight, they shall get one.
You're done!
Steady!
Don't forget!
Focus!
Take
Maybe we'll get out of this alive after all.
like your
Make haste and retreat.
Don't walk!
Protocol
Rolling smack! Why not?
Poppi.
Well done.
Maybe we're not
Don't forget!
Entertaining.
Agony!
Did you miss me?
Take that! Don't forget!
I'll provide ancillary support.
Grand smack! Don't forget! Battle of the gods!
Activated.
Take
Right to
that!
a feet!
You're done? There!
I'll provide ancillary support.
Don't forget! Take that! You're done?
Defense protocol activated.
Ready to go.
Everyone's getting Don't forget! Oh, why not? Why not?
Please leave it to Tora!
No one can stop us now!
Operating at full power.
Thanks, Rex. Will you help Tora tune up Poppi next time?
No worries. I bet I can learn something to help my salvaging too.
Wow! World has many amazing places in it!
Perhaps rest and enjoy view for a bit.
Up! Okay, bring it on. New enemy in the mix. Dang, it's found us.
Behave! Take that! Behave!
Up! 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 No! We lost the upper hand! Up! No! We lost the upper hand!
Don't forget!
Treasure acquired.
If they seek a fight, they shall get one.
Behave!
I'm on to you.
No.
Much obliged. Sword back!
Behave!
Topple them!
Make haste and retreat.
Sure. Yeah! Rolling smash! Go for it!
The enemy's element is now fire.
Photon break.
Why not?
Steady!
Protocol activated.
Thanks, Poppi!
No! We lost the upper hand.
Take that!
Up!
It must have sensed our skill.
You're done! Dang! It's found us. You're done! Ow! No! We lost the upper hand!
Oh, not here! Where did she go?
Tora, wait. Did you know that girl?
She seemed somehow similar to Poppi.
It was Lila,
Lila?
the artificial blade Tora's Dadapon and Grampypon were making. Tora recognized her anywhere.
Master Pawn, they're an ether furnace reading nearby. Up there.
It is you.
Ether furnace reading detected. Initiating protocol.
Okay,
Adjusting
time
pattern.
to take
I
you
no
down.
longer live in heat.
Everyone's getting psyched.
Tora ready us here, buddy.
Sword back!
Keeper anchor.
Quicken heart.
Rolling smash!
Adjusting pattern.
Sword back!
Adjusting pattern. Analysis complete.
Sword back!
Success 99%. Attack.
Sword back!
Ion.
Rolling smash!
Bitey. Pop-pun.
Yeah!
Rigid
Sword bash! Sword bash!
Rocket kick.
Rolling smash!
Right, leave it to Let's go!
Sure.
No punish.
Sword bash!
Storm. Bitey. Pop-pun.
Quicken
Rolling smash! Sword bash!
Circus.
Make haste and retreat.
Under.
Rolling smash!
Rocket kick.
Sword bash!
Keep it up.
Yeah!
Like
I
I'm
missed!
going down without the spinning.
Rolling smash!
Keep eye on it.
Sword bash!
I'm finding it hard to bear right now.
It'll be fine! You can turn it around!
Great I shall defend you to the last.
Rolling smash! Sword back! Thanks for that!
Thanks for the support!
Make haste and retreat.
Go for it!
This is the decider.
Blade combo, third stage. Super awesome.
Great. Damage. Sustained.
Why not?
I won't stop.
Kick.
No effect.
Spike.
Bullet
I can see that you place great trust in me.
Grand smash.
Dynamite. Punch.
Yeah.
right to a
Under
soul.
Sparrow off the cup.
Kick.
Rigid shield.
Attack. Miss.
Bullet punch.
Adjusting pattern.
This is where we break.
No.
Grand smash.
Miss.
Hit it. No.
Wonderful.
You're
Miss.
a star.
Rocket. Kick.
Why?
Cyclone break.
Missile. We'll finish this.
Blade combo, third stage. Awesome.
Great. Damage.
Sandstorm
Sustained.
top.
Wow.
I missed.
One shot.
Rolling. Hit it. No.
Under.
Down.
Eye up.
Why not?
Dynamite. Punch.
Sword
Anchor.
bash. Anchor shot. Ha!
Let us make use of it now.
Rolling smash.
Punch.
Sword bash. Why not?
Attack.
Anchor shot.
Let us make use of it.
Hit it. No.
Adjusting pattern. Missile.
Down.
Thanks for that.
On you go.
Rolling smash.
Bend to my will.
Blade combo, third stage. Awesome.
Great. Damage. Sustained.
Watch out.
Ryu, you win. We can do it. Tora will do it.
Under.
Rolling smash.
Let us make use of it now.
Why not? Sword bash.
I love it.
Sword bash. Sink it up, everyone.
Stop.
Me first.
Ray of punishment.
Magnificent.
Get him, Nia.
Here I can. Ready or go must. Diabolic
Attack.
Magnificent.
Tora, Poppi, you're all powered. Tora right here.
Begin.
Happy spinning slash.
Magnificent. Enemy down.
Probability of success falling. Switching to strategic retreat mode.
Lila! Wait!
No! We lost the upper hand.
Don't forget.
It's found us. New enemy in the mix. New enemy in the mix.
Behave. Behave.
She's gone.
Ether furnace reading lost. It seems she has escaped.
Lila.
Long time ago, Grampypon Susu and Dadapon Tatazo were working on her. Her name was Lila. Grampypon and Dadapon and Tora all wanted to become driver. However, not single one of us have potential. So, we decide to work together and make artificial blade. Blade even we can use. But then...
you must run, Tora. Take this and go. Someday you finish what we started.
After that, Tora hide out in Torrigoth City, making Poppi based on blueprints and ether furnace Dadapon left for Tora.
Don't you have any idea who the attackers were?
Tora not know who, but they definitely wanted to steal Lila.
If it was Lila they were after, how'd she end up here in the Empire? It looked like they were Imperial soldiers after her.
Tora have no idea. But one thing is most confusing.
What's that?
When bad guys attacked the lab, Lila was not finished. There's only one who could finish making Lila, Dadapon Tatazo.
Which means Tora's father must still be alive somewhere?
Dadapon must be held captive by whoever using Lila.
You there! Don't move!
Imperial soldiers.
You!
So we meet again, driver of the Aegis.
Lady Morag! She's the one! That mechanical girl took down our squad!
What? Hang on a minute.
Where the hell did you get that idea?
Unfortunately, they cannot tell difference between Lila and Poppi.
So, Rex, was it? Rex? I'm very disappointed to find you stooping to such lowly crimes.
Lowly crimes? What the heck? I'm telling you, you've got the wrong guys. Time to take you down. No one can stop us now.
Let us make use of it.
Ha!
Focusing on target.
Rolling smash. Anchor shot.
Don't forget.
For the support.
Rolling smash.
Let me take it.
Gotcha.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
Eat that.
Yeah. Sword back.
Don't forget. It's a chance.
Let me take it.
Rolling smash. Sword back.
Don't forget.
Why not? Sure. Gotcha.
The enemy's element is now
Show me what you really got.
Go for it.
Lightning.
It's getting stronger.
Now I'm fired up.
Tora will show them.
You fight Poppi
Right
to get
with
the
that.
Rolling smash.
Rush down.
Sure. Yeah. Sword back.
Beast smash. Thanks,
Ha.
Poppi.
Rolling smash.
We can steady.
Sword back.
Rhino assault. Tora container.
Gotcha.
Thanks for the support.
Rolling smash.
Rhino assault.
Sword back.
Tora will do it.
Yeah.
Wicked arts.
Why not?
Beast smash.
Sword back.
I shall defend you to the last.
Rolling smash.
Thanks for the support.
Sword back.
Let us make use of it now.
Sword back. Why not? Rolling smash. Sword back.
protocol activated.
No effect. Why not? Rolling smash. Let's give him everything that's got.
Concentrate, Rex.
Sacred arrow.
Magnificent.
Good on you. Unleash your power.
Ha! No effect.
That's won't be that easy.
Here, Poppi. Spinning. Focus.
Why not?
Radiant.
Rolling smash.
Lay
My dead body. No effect. Sword bash. Ha! It won't be that. Rolling smash. For sure. For sure. Sword bash. Shiva. You're learning. Why not? Just armor crusher.
Poppi will protect Master Pawn.
Adenine.
I see you're in need of my expertise.
Ha!
Bridget,
Bullet
form
push.
the third.
Roger that,
Heed my call. Bridget, shield fire.
Yeah.
Right muscle. Focus.
You should chill it. I'm all right.
Ready to go when you're ready.
Hit it. No.
Let's take us down some enemies.
I shall defend you to the last, my lady. Blade combo, third stage. Awesome.
What?
Mithra!
Let me show you how. Stay strong.
Magnificent.
Can't give up now.
Why not?
Sword
bash! Rolling slash! Sink it up, everyone!
Can't give up now. I am a raging
We're up,
whirlwind.
lads.
Prepare yourself.
Magnificent.
Get him, Nia!
Here I can. Ready or
Good riddance!
Keep eye on it.
Magnificent.
Tora, go, Yora.
Go! Tora, right on time.
My dead body!
Flash.
Let's keep it up!
Magnificent.
Adenine!
Work hard, research hard.
Magnificent.
Get him, Nia!
Here I can. Ready or go, Motti.
Adamantine.
No,
Magnificent.
you fight Poppi.
Tora, Poppi, Yora.
Tora, right
Poppi
on time.
Alpha operating at full power.
Great.
See,
enemy down.
Getting
We're
better!
still getting stronger. Your skills have improved, boy.
Mithra!
I know. I won't use that power, okay? Let's stick to foresight for this. If you really need to attack, I'll hand it over to Pyra.
Thanks.
The Aegis has changed. What happened to her appearance? Answer me!
You want answers? Then put the swords away! What's wrong with you?
I'll listen to your confession while you lie defeated.
Rex, after this foresight, I'll switch to Pyra.
Understood.
Impossible! He dodged it!
Now it's my turn.
Lady Mora, look at the Aegis, so you can change at will.
Eat this! Pyra?
We can do this without hitting them.
Ha! It's like you read my mind.
Are you holding back on me again, boy?
We just don't have any reason to fight you.
Enough, both of you.
I know you. You're from the Argentum Guild's intelligence division.
Lady Mora, stand down arms. These not the ones who infiltrate the facility and attack your soldiers.
Then the culprit behind the attack was not the artificial blade standing here now, is that right?
They're very similar, but not the same. Nira saw her with own eyes.
I had a feeling we were being watched since our arrival.
I'm quite sorry for causing concern. Nira has been auditing Argentum Trade Guild.
Ah, so you were keeping an eye on us because we came in on a guild ship.
How ironic that your suspicion should happen to prove our innocence.
It appears I was too hasty in judging you. I should not have attacked you so suddenly. My apologies.
No, that's fine. Nobody got hurt in the end. I'm just glad it all got cleared up now.
An apology from the illustrious Flamebringer, a rare reward in itself.
Tora's still not happy! Should get year's supply of tasty sausages as compensation!
Master Pawn, have some self-respect.
I will do what I can within my own means to compensate you. By the way, the culprit who fled the scene, might I ask what manner of connection you have with them? You must tell me all. I see. It seems it would be best for all of us if we work together for the moment.
Us work with you?
Indeed. My goal is to capture the artificial blade and track down the criminals behind its actions. And from what you just told me, those I seek likely have Tora's father held captive. Would you not say our interests align?
I guess so.
Well, it's definitely better to have her working with us than against us. We shouldn't take the power of Brigid, jewel of the Empire, too lightly. If she went all out on me, even I wouldn't be able to hold back. And then, we'd burn this place to the ground.
I am honored that the Aegis herself thinks so highly of me.
You may not remember it, but I faced you a few times before. Let's just say it wasn't easy.
Oh, really?
But that's a story for another time. What do you say, guys?
I can't deny I'd rather avoid making an enemy of them.
All right then. So, from this moment on, I suppose we're allies.
For the moment, I will return to the palace. If you learn anything new, please send word. I will instruct the palace guards to allow you audience with me.
All right.
Are you sure you wish to partner yourself with these people?
Just as you were not using your full strength, neither still were they. Yet you saw the power they demonstrated. How could I not feel intrigued?
Drawn by your driver instincts?
Something like that. And besides... I get the feeling that if I stay near that boy, I might bear witness to something quite extraordinary.
It sounds like you have quite the adventure. But it's good that you work things out.
Anyway, we'll see if we can track Lila down somehow ourselves.
I too will see if I can find any leads. No matter what, Mooey and friends will find Professor Tatazo.
you.
Let us go.
I'm Adnine. I aim to fulfill my intellectual needs through mediums other than books. Time to travel this great wide world and stimulate the synapses.
One freshly hatched Finch at your service. Are you Finch's new driver? Finch's name is... what was it again? Sorry, I can be a little forgetful at times. But I work really, really hard. Wait, what am I supposed to be working on?
My name is Godfrey. Whoa! The hammer of justice backs a mean punch.
My name is Percival. None can stand against me.
I'm Ursula. Pleasure.
Shoulder to the wheel. Right, Barry?
I am Zenobia. I'll take on the strongest comers.
Leave Napon to Poppi.
here.
Let's get going.
I see. There was indeed once a factory there. However, it was abandoned some 30 years ago.
So, you think we've got him?
We can't be certain unless we investigate.
Shall we go?
You?
We won't do anything reckless. If it seems dangerous, we'll turn back. How's that sound?
To tell the truth, it would be difficult for me to dispatch the military so quickly. Would you?
Sure thing.
Now, let me share what information I have found. There are rumors about town that an esteemed Nopon merchant is involved in this affair.
An esteemed Nopon merchant? Chairman Banner?
Well, we're currently searching the transaction records. If we find anything, we'll inform you.
Pretty busy, eh?
I don't deny it. I will head to the location myself as soon as I am able to mobilize some troops.
All right, then.
So we meet again, Aegis.
Oh, it's Shellhead.
Yes! Wait, who's Shellhead?
As ever, your comic timing is exquisite.
And you will address me as Zeke von Gembu, bringer of chaos, or Zeke, or the Zeekinator!
Make your mind up. And what the hell is a Zeekinator anyway?
You may have been lucky last time, thanks to a certain unstable cliff. But this time round, we meet on good old Terra Firma. If you think you can run from me a second time, you are quite mistaken.
Nobody did any running. And anyway, Shellhead.
What?
You answer to that now? I've been wondering for a while now. But what's with a cutesy eye patch?
I'm quite glad you asked. This eye patch conceals a power too great for mere mortals to comprehend. The Eye of Shining Justice. I am sworn to keep it sealed until its power is needed to save mankind. You should count yourselves lucky. It would turn you to ash in seconds.
Whatever you say, pal.
He definitely isn't wearing it because he didn't have the gold for a second contact lens.
How poor are you? And are you that short-sighted?
By the by, what business might you have with us today?
Are you thick? I'm here for the Aegis, obviously.
Listen, Pam. I'm sorry, but we really don't have time to play with you today. So hurry on home, okay?
What's this? Were you so frightened by our power that you wet yourself, furry ears?
Did I what? You've got a lot of nerve, you one-eyed monster.
Nia, you do know one-eyed monster usually means...
Huh? Means what?
It's, Mithra, why are you blushing?
Shut up!
Oops.
I went and revealed my incredible power.
Yeah! No one can stop us now!
What?
Rolling smash!
Spinning!
Sword smash!
Dynamic spark sword!
Rolling smash! Defeated! No!
Take this! Polka! Stratospheric thunder!
Why not? Topple them!
We are fired! The Eye of Shining Justice is dropping!
Sword smash!
You can't do that! Spinning!
Rolling smash!
Dynamic spark sword! Good.
Defense protocol!
Why not? Topple them!
Everyone's getting you topple!
Tora ready up and spinning! Cut down!
Ha! Rolling smash!
Steady!
deflected it!
Stratospheric thunder!
Spin smash!
Dynamic
Farewell. Blade combo, third stick. Awesome.
Why not?
Right there!
Yeah! What? Rolling smash!
Rex! We can
Finish
no!
now!
Hey, they deflected it! Away!
This is where we prove ourselves.
Healing hail!
Rolling smash!
Overload
Why
from the
not?
beam!
Rolling smash!
One shot! Let me take it! Jack, let's find it out something like Photon!
Why not?
Dynamic
Rolling smash! Sword back!
You can't do that!
Stratospheric thunder!
Sword back!
Gamma ray, break.
Gotcha! Topple them!
Make
Gamma
haste
ray,
and
retreat.
Yeah! Rolling smash!
Spinning!
Gotcha!
Stratospheric thunder!
Sink it up, everyone! We're up, Gramps.
Ray of punishment!
Get him, Nia!
On it! Hey, Barry. Let's hit him good.
Super.
Tora! Poppi! You're outpowered! Tora right here!
Elemental burn.
Flash!
Let's keep it up.
Astounding.
Go for it!
Photon!
Astounding.
Get him, Nia!
On it! Oh, I do hope you're prepared for this.
Astounding.
Tora! Poppi! You're go! Tora right on time!
Operating at full power.
Oh, enemy down.
You guys are even tougher than last time. However, your luck ends right here. Here we go! Hurrah! Bringer of Chaos! Ultimate Lightning Fury Slash Max!
Come on! That was the same as last time.
Huh? Pande! Can't you do something?
Sorry! You know my element's lightning! I'm not cut out for this!
Seriously, though, what's their problem?
What idiots. Come on.
Now this, quite the sight. Production has been running non-stop, 24 hours a day. Moe. Once we have first 1,000 ether furnaces, we sell them to Torna. But I thought this project funded by Roderick from Imperial Senate. Was it not Senator who gave us info on core chips for Lila to steal, too? That make no difference. We go where profit goes. Old geezer can wait a bit longer for his turn. Once war break out with Uriah, he get desperate and offer more money. Chairman Banner's so amazing. Did not realize thinking about this was so deep. First rule of making money.
Done and dusted.
Nicely done.
From strength to...
I've still room to grow yet.
From strength...
I'll guard you real close.
I'll do it.
I withdraw.
I'll support you in
reluctantly.
every way.
You're sending me off? And for this? You...
I imagine I'll fit right in.
Sure. Go on.
Count me in.
Watch your mouth.
Off we go,
As long as I get to fight.
No problem.
Yes, sir!
Okay, bring it on. Dang, it's found us. New enemy in the mix. You're all mine. And arrived.
Oh, this is where we were going.
Come out, come out.
Poppi power! Structural analysis in progress. There. That should do it.
I've been so bored, I was about to go out hunting solo.
Count
Watch
me
your
in.
mouth.
I'll lend you my
Everyone's
strength.
counting on me. I gotta step it up. I'll apply myself fully.
Reporting.
Whoa! Poppi power! Structural analysis in progress. There. That should do it.
Up.
Are all of these artificial blades?
Then Dadapon really must be.
What exactly are they planning here? Well, whatever it is, it can't be good.
Up!
Whoa!
It must have sensed our skill.
Professor Tatterzo, speak. Speak, you give orders. If productions get more slow, maybe you ready for sleep time with fishes.
Reduce load on neural circuits by 20%. That should improve production efficiency.
See? It's not so hard.
Hey, isn't that...
Could it be? Tora! That you?
You really Dadapon Tatterzo?
Tora!
Dadapon. Tora, miss you so much.
I miss you too.
Oh, that's great.
Thanks.
Who all these people?
They Tora's sidekicks. I mean new friends.
Wonderful! They come here for you? You have good friends. Oh, that artificial blade.
This is Poppi. Tora make her by improving on blueprints for Lila.
Most impressive. Tora must have worked hard. If I may, I know there's a lot of catching up to do, but perhaps we should escape.
A very good point. Come on, Rex.
Right.
Not so fast, intruders.
Mui.
Don't tell me.
Really now? You actually not realize it yet? Mui give you information on purpose to lure you to factory. If we not want you here, you would never find this place so easily.
How dare you!
Master Masterbon is really angry.
Finally, I have chance to seize precious artificial blade. Now, take care of these intruders!
This'll be a walk in the park.
I know there was a living feast.
No one can stop us now. Rolling smash. Rolling smash. Gotcha. Yeah. Shiba. Grenade launcher. Electric. Electric. My thoughts are grenade launcher.
You fight riches and power
The enemy damage is now electric. Armor crusher.
Just give me
Go for it.
Just make use of it.
Why not?
Taste the pain.
Daring shot. Grenade launcher.
Poppi will protect Masterbon.
The enemy damage is now electric.
Eagle Eye.
How can you be so strong?
Now we're gonna need some answers. What were you people plotting here?
Oh, ordinary business. We innocently mass-produce ether furnaces and artificial blades and sell to people who want them.
They threaten Tatazo and force to participate in production process.
Tatapon.
And next you wanted to get your hands on Poppi? You are a greedy bunch.
I knew as soon as I saw her. That artificial blade uses lost ether furnace designed by Professor Susu. That is why.
You quite right. Even I could never make such incredible furnace as my own Dadapon.
So you lured us out here to avoid making a ruckus in the city? Is that it?
Quite right, yes.
Mui was part of group plotting to steal artificial blades all along. While he, my Dadapon's assistant, he sell information to contact in guild and had them attack laboratory.
What? Then it's all his fault that Grampypon was killed?
Indeed it was.
A contact in the guild. Could it be that the one behind all this is...
Indeed, it is I. Master Banner! You never do finish job properly, do you? You managed to lure them all this way and then failed to capture them! Muy, very sorry. But I am nice, Nopon. You brought not only artificial blade to me, but even the Aegis itself. Once I have ether furnace of Professor Susu, I can produce even better artificial blades and make a killing. Then I sell Aegis too and make mountains of cash. Then I can feast on mushy mushrooms for life!
Chairman Banner, I can't believe you would stoop to this.
You should show more respect after all the valuable work I find for you.
So, who are you planning to sell the Aegis to anyway? Torna, I suppose.
How you know about Torna? Wait, I remember you. You're one of Torna's drivers. What were you doing here? If you come for ether furnaces, they're ready in ship outside.
What? You're selling those to Torna as well?
Not sure what is going on, but I will just beat you all up. Lila, take them all down!
Mission acknowledged. Commencing combat.
Tora, please destroy her for me. Mui modified her so she not even listen to Master Pom Catazone anymore.
All right. Come on, Poppi!
As you wish, Master Pom.
Do it like I showed you a little.
Find it on Fallout, Gramps.
Sword back!
Rolling smash! Why not?
Analysis. Chance of success. 60%.
Fucked off, break!
Why not? Chopper lock!
Let us make eagle
Sword bash! Rolling smash! Sword bash!
Hit it! Something right.
Your mark! Let's give him the great treatment!
This'll be over quickly.
You fight
Rolling smash!
Let us make use of it now!
Sword bash! Rolling smash! Gotcha! Sword bash!
Keep eye on. Under attack.
You can do it!
Hit it! No!
Taste my power!
Sure!
Blade combo, third stage. Awesome.
Great. Damage. Sustained.
Why not? Rolling smash! Hit it! No!
Missile. Circuit.
Why not?
Just as you left there.
Sword bash! Rolling smash!
I love it!
Sword bash!
Electric output increase. Under attack.
Healing halo!
Dynamite. Punch. Adjusting
Rolling
power.
smash!
Activated. Attack miss. Rocket.
Sword bash!
Under attack.
Make haste and retreat.
Hit it! No!
Adjusting pattern. Fighting. Punch. Just you
Why
get
not?
that. Keep eye on.
No effect!
Under attack.
Rolling smash!
Make haste and retreat.
Watch out!
Adjusting
Sword
pattern.
bash!
Cancel.
Healing
Anchor
halo!
shot!
Poppi will protect Master Pom.
Rolling smash!
Adjusting pattern. Dynamite.
Sword bash!
Eject anchor. Rocket.
Take him out!
I shall drown you with my power. Blade combo, third stage. Awesome.
Damage at 80%. Eliminating enemy forces.
Watch out! Focusing on target! Sword bash!
Let me take you!
Gotcha! No effect!
I see you.
Make haste and retreat.
Go for it!
Let's take us down some enemies.
More storm!
Under attack.
I can see that you place great trust in me.
Like your
Under attack.
grand smash!
No. Counter. You have one yourself. Missile. Circuit.
Right to a fault!
Defense. Too predictable. Under
Thanks for
attack.
that.
I think we'll dynamite. Punch.
We'll do it together!
Stop.
Me first!
Just let me handle it.
Begin.
You fight Poppi.
Get him, Nia!
On it!
Let us settle this. Astounding.
Tora, Poppi, your power to Tora right on
Are you
time.
ready for Poppi's full capabilities?
I'm
See,
stronger
enemy
than this.
down.
Getting better!
Much stronger.
Do not let her win, Poppi!
Of course, Master Pom. Comprehension error. Your integrated ether furnace is not fully activated. As an updated model, my energy throughput is superior. energy efficiency not the problem here. Poppy's Master Pawn told Poppy not to lose, so Poppy will win. Very simple logic. Comprehension error. And that is why you are failure.
Lila!
One more attack and she goes down!
Wait! Wait one moment, please!
Dadapon?
I'm sorry, Tora. Even if she no longer listened to me, even if she become weapon for evil, Lila is all I have. Only reminder of Dadapon Susu. She is my treasure.
Comprehension error.
What you think you are doing? No need to bother protecting yourself. Steal that ether furnace even if it destroys you.
Lila is...
You not need to listen to his orders, Lila!
Hurry and take it!
Lila's Master Pawn is... Lila's Master Pawn is Professor Susu and... Professor... Tartazo.
What? She destroyed control device on her own? Never!
I'm very proud of you, sister. Poppy.
Poppy. Lila.
That's not how it's supposed to go! What happened to activation of Rosa? She ready when you are. Good! Do it! Yes, sir!
Where did they go?
Rex, let's find them.
Tora, Poppi, you take care of the Professor and Lila. We'll take down those scoundrels.
I read about...
Hey, look what I found!
Congratulations.
Whoa!
If they seek a fight, they shall get one.
Well done.
Found us.
Maybe we're not.
Topple them.
Suck it.
Let us make
Why
use of
not?
it now.
High up.
Ha!
Quick
It
Rolling smash!
Just give me the answer.
Back! Enemy's element is now winning.
I no longer live in fear.
Topple them!
Everyone's
gonna use iron now.
We're on a roll now.
Rolling smash!
Rex, we can do it.
Gotcha! Ha! Wah!
Break.
Eagle eye!
Just give me the answer.
Ha!
Try some of this.
Topple them!
Raging
Shiva!
tiger!
Let us handle this.
Why not? Enemy's
That is
element
what
is
we
now
have come
better
to
walk
expect.
it up. I like your attitude. Blow them down!
You can't do that.
Daring
This may
shot!
work.
Gotcha! Go
Let
for
us
it!
handle this.
The enemy's element is now
Desert
fire.
bomb.
Why not? It's a new day, everyone!
Look alive.
We're here!
Let's get going.
Oh! No! We lost the upper hand! New enemy in the mix!
Focus.
Why not?
Maybe we'll get out of this alive after all.
I like your attitude!
Quick
Rolling
and
smash!
One
Sword
shot.
back.
Let me take it.
Gotcha!
I won't say.
Let us make
You Shiva! Hit it! No!
Sweetest
Now,
That's what we have come to expect.
Why not? The enemy's element is now winning! Much obliged!
I won't
Daring shot!
Try some of this.
They hit!
This may work. Sure. Jaguar slash. You shall be cornerstone of our entourage. Electric blade. Dessert bomb.
Magnificent!
Why not? Daring shot!
Blind
The
spot.
enemy's element is now fire.
Over you. Let
Go
us
for it.
handle this. Dessert bomb.
Let's give them the full treatment!
This'll be over
Hey,
before they
Nia,
know what's hit
I
them.
just found the shiniest trinket. You want to see? Hey, Nia?
Yeah, I'll check it out later. You're such a child sometimes.
Let's show him a thing or three.
Come on then, Rex.
Sword back!
Focus!
Why not?
Quick and
Topple
hard!
them!
Make haste and retreat.
Ha! For sure!
One
Rolling
shot.
smash!
Let me show
Go
you
for
the
it!
Ray of punishment!
Why not?
The
enemy's element is now...
Watch out.
Topple them!
Cheers for that.
Make haste and retreat.
This is where we prove ourselves.
Jaguar smash!
Rolling smash!
Break!
Yeah!
Hold on. Break.
Topple them!
We can do it!
Hold on.
You go for it! Why not?
Photon edge! Just
The
give me
enemy's
heads
element
up.
is now wind. Rolling smash!
Jaguar smash!
Did I do that? Sure. Ha!
Just give me the heads up.
Rolling smash!
Hold your horses.
Thanks for that. It's getting tough.
Is this to your
Shiva.
liking?
Let us break in the
The
goal!
enemy's element is now
Dessert
electric.
bomb!
Excellent.
Why not?
Break!
Daring shot.
Excellent!
Grenade launcher.
Now,
Thanks for that. Armor crusher.
this may
I'm
work.
feeling stronger than
I'm
before.
getting stronger.
You shall be the
Just so.
cornerstone of our entourage.
Yeah. No one can stop us now. Daring shot.
Focus!
Why not? Just so.
All out.
Oh.
Hey, look what I found.
Where's Banner? Where did he go? What's all this shaking?
Go!
What the hell is that?
Activate! Docking complete! How you like that? This is secret weapon based on blueprints of Lila. Gigantic artificial blade. Rosa!
You enlarged the design? Incredible.
Now you all bow before the power of Banner. Go get them, Rosa!
This is too ridiculous for words. Come on.
Enlarge!
Okay, time to take you down.
Gigantic
We'll beat them. It's the power of friendship.
Enlarge
Rolling smash.
whole idea of magnificent mass
Quick and hard!
Sword back.
You see? Now it's time you
Rolling
surrender!
smash. Go for it.
Kindness of
This is where we prove ourselves.
should be standing
This'll
at
be
home.
over before they know what's
break.
hit them.
Topple them.
Make
haste
you
and
rocket!
Rolling smash. Ha! Sword back.
Let me
Go
show
for
you.
it.
What's that?
I'm on to you.
Thanks for that.
Good.
Where they go?
Why not? Topple them.
Haste and retreat.
It caused the increase of blind spots.
Oh.
It's too strong for us.
Allow me. I shall serve as a decoy. And then...
No! Poppi will take care of that.
Tora, Poppi.
Poppi? This energy's incredible.
Thanks to my sister Lila. Master Pawn, profusest apologies for letting them control Lila like that.
Lila show much more respect for Master Pawn than Poppi do.
No need for apologies. You come back, and that enough for me.
Sister, Lila did awful things. Poppi used to people doing awful things.
Who Poppi mean by that?
Poppi, Lila has one more request. We have many new sisters. Poppi will save them. It is my duty. Lila happy. Now, Lila has one thing left to do. Poppi? Use Lila as starter and...
Of course. Poppi's ether furnace. Using experimental ether furnace from Lila, it can be fully ignited.
But then...
Will Lila be all right doing thing like that?
At least I can do. Use the flames of Lila's life to save them.
Now, Poppi! Show them your real power!
Roger that, Master Pawn. Initiating QT mode. Engage!
She managed to fully activate ether furnace. What? Batman, no matter how much power she has, she's still no match for mighty creation of Banner. Grata Rosa!
Okay, time to take you down.
Make sure you
show you the truth. This is where we prove ourselves.
This is the only
Sure. Topple them. Let us make use of it now.
We not even bleach.
Let's go. Yeah. Rolling
You know it. That's right, Louie Louie. You ain't lucky. Next time, not so lucky. Louie Louie.
Rolling smash. Let us make use of it now. Rolling smash. No lie. Let us make use of it now. Rolling smash. Why not? Rolling smash.
I love
Burn out topple.
Love it.
Go for it.
There.
Blade combo, third stage. Awesome.
Why are you shaking? What happened?
Nuclear blast.
Get attention of enemies.
No problem.
Poppi will
Why not?
Taste the pain.
Steady.
Rolling smash. Anchor shot.
I just love showing people my core skills.
The enemy's energy now.
I can see that you place great trust in me.
I like your attitude.
Let us make use of it now.
I can see that you place great trust in me. Tora can do it! Time to get this over and done with. This!
Blade combo, third stage. Awesome.
Why is shaking? What's
Sandstorm.
Well done.
Rolling
smash.
Let
me show you.
Rolling scatter shot!
Hit it,
Excellent. Why not? We attack?
Rolling smash.
It has
Sword back. Sword back.
Make haste and retreat.
Go for it. Why? Thanks for that.
That takes care of that. Let's go!
Rolling smash.
Ready for full capabilities? I love it!
We'll do it together.
Chain attack, stop.
We're up, Gramps.
Work hard, research hard.
Superb.
Get him, Nia. On it.
At your service. Down.
Tora, Poppi, you're up. Tora, right on time.
Poppi missile!
Enemy
Strong
down.
now. Justice always prevail!
Master Pawn, that enough gloating now. Now, maybe you too won't be used for bad things anymore.
Ugh! Banner's vanished again.
Over there, my lady.
Hold it.
I'll have to live up to the...
And arrived.
Oh, this is where we were going.
You very persistent.
You need to learn when to quit.
Stop producing artificial blades! You used Grampy Pond's research for evil long enough!
But that would mean financial disaster! How much you think I poured into this endeavor?
Oh, okay. We'll just hand you over to the Imperial Army then. They'll be really interested in all the stuff you had Lila doing. And I bet that's not all they could dig up on you, is it?
Rex! I never had you down as such a conniving boy!
Me? Look who's talking.
All right, I stop production of artificial blades.
That Nopon is still of use to us. Do you really have to interfere?
Petroka, Mikhail.
Oh. If it isn't Nia, Akos did mention you had turned traitor.
Nia know these people?
They're drivers from Tona. Of all the lowlives Banner could have made a deal with.
Lowlifes? Coming from the traitorous rookie? You should watch your words.
Don't mind her, Petroka. Not when we're standing before the Aegis herself. Ah. Truly the heavens must have blessed us that
Mick? Please, shut up.
Okay.
The traitor, we kill. The Aegis, we retrieve. Got it? It's a pain, but that's the mission.
Roger.
Mithra and Nia, they are my friends and comrades. I'm not letting you touch them.
You can't use your powers here. Ain't that right, Aegis?
Okay, time to take
you guys can lift a finger for me?
Rolling smash!
So much power.
Just give me your head.
Sword bash!
That just makes you so
Anchor shot! No effect!
Cannon!
Rolling smash! Sure. Sword bash!
Fire flower!
Rolling smash! Why not? No effect? Focusing on target. Rolling smash! Punch!
Let us make use of it now.
Sword! Everyone's getting sidetracked.
What's down?
What? These guys are tough.
One's got weapons galore, the other's a master of defense. It's like taking on a small army.
Rex, I'm ready.
Seriously? We're inside a building here?
I analyzed the structural integrity. It should survive one blow. But we'll have to do it right beneath that crane. Anywhere else is too risky.
All right, then let's force them over there. Guys!
All right, sounds like a plan.
Understood!
Yeah! Ah!
Just give up.
What? Blue flames?
Morak!
Honestly, did you not say you wouldn't be reckless?
Things got complicated. Thanks, though.
The Flamebringer.
As if we didn't have enough to deal with already.
Morak, can you push them back towards that crane?
Do you actually have a plan, or is that too much to expect?
Of course. Have a little faith.
Very well.
Let's go.
Flamebringer?
Okay, time to take
I
you
know
down. No effect.
Leonin upper!
Crane back. Well done. One rolling smash.
Deadfall!
This is
Armor
undestructible.
failed!
Make use of it now.
Eagle
This is the culmination of
Rolling
your
smash. Hit it, no. My God.
You have my thanks.
Why not?
Blaze!
Yeah. Sword back.
What's down?
Rolling smash.
This is the enemy's attention.
In I go!
Sword back.
Diamond crash!
This is unexpected. Armor fail. Now I can fight now. Dancing love. You have unwavering resolve. Break. Now. Wicked heart.
Why not?
Focus.
I shall drown you with my power. Blade combo, thirst, force.
Maybe we should just talk this over like
Rolling
console
smash.
adults.
Fire flower. Rolling smash. Fighting that blade online.
Amir, come on! Just leave us that blade and nobody has to get hurt. In a place like this.
This was the fault of negligence. It will not happen again.
Okay,
time to take
I know what is ready.
Rolling smash.
May I have the honor of dance?
Leonid punch back. Leonid come on. Rolling smash.
Let me show my forward.
Dead ball. Why not?
Leonid upper!
Leonid punch back. Armor fail. Leonid shaker.
Leonid upper!
Topple him.
Make base
Sure. Rain back. My dead body. You have my
Leonid shield!
Photon. Now I'm fired. We seem to be doing just fine. Rolling smash. Dancing light. Wicked anchor shot. This is unexpected. Why not? Rain beam. Rolling smash. My dead body. Armor fail.
What gallery? Topple.
Good on you.
Radiant. Come on. This is unexpected. Well done. Rolling smash.
Leonid upper!
Sword back. Hit it. No.
Maybe we should just talk this over like responsible
Blade
adults.
combo, third stage.
Great. That was well done.
This is where we get serious. Legit
Rolling smash.
One shot. Let me take him. Right here I go. Healing. Just use the pressure.
Leonid shield!
It won't be that easy. Much appreciated.
Perdita.
This is not your
Leonid
place.
shaker!
I feel better now.
Maybe we'll get out of this alive after all.
Done. My thoughts exactly.
Leonid
Me and you keep it together. I'm all right. My sword back. This is unexpected. Rolling smash. Go for it. My dead body.
Leonid upper!
Leonid punch.
Thanks. I owe you one.
This is it!
Are you done going around now? Thanks, Nia.
One shot.
I shall defend you
Let
till
me show
last,
it. Don't
Willie.
lump this all on me. Maybe we'll get out of this alive after all.
My thoughts exactly.
Make haste and retreat.
Now I'm fired.
Watch out!
Sword back.
Dancing up.
Must be more careful.
Angry.
Rest a while.
Fire flower.
You're better than this. You do need to anchor shot.
I apologize.
Yes. Rain rolling smash. Anchor shot.
Let me
Hit it.
try.
No. My armor fails.
Prepare yourself.
I will
This is the culmination of
Why
years
not?
of training.
Topple them. Now I'm fired.
Radiance.
You need to keep it together.
Well done. Maybe we're not.
Rolling smash.
I'll kill you.
Sword back.
Dancing up this. Fire flower. Healing. Let me
Hit it.
show
No.
you. Healing halo.
Bring it on. Everyone's getting excited.
We don't run now. You have unwavering resolve.
Gamma ray, break.
Yeah. Rolling smash. Armor fail. Rain back. Won't be that easy.
Gamma ray, break.
Gotcha.
Water. Bend to my will. Blade combo, thirst, force.
Sure.
Indeed.
ruinous weather! Break!
Good fire, peony!
Make haste ruinous weather! Topple!
As expected. Radiance!
Rolling smash!
Do it!
Yeah.
Why is this
Feeling
happening,
stronger
Mikhail?
than
I'm still
before.
getting stronger.
Well, I guess they don't call her the strongest driver in the Empire for nothing.
Let's surround them with a wall of flame.
Bridget and Pyra together?
We will attack from the left. Can you take care of the right? All right, then. We'll try to match your timing. Then I'll switch to Mithra right away. Keep an eye on your sword's energy charge.
Yeah, got you.
Here goes.
Jokers. Trying to surround us?
Ah!
Not a chance!
Zumak! Wired roar!
From the side!
Try to focus, Mick.
What? Poppi, jet fighter! Roger that! Don't get cocky! Now!
Right.
As your striker, form the second. Radiance!
Rolling smash!
We're surrounded? Then we go up. Huh?
She's beautiful.
No way. They're still standing after that.
No. She calculated the precise power output required. That's the Aegis for you. Remarkable.
I get it. You were aiming for their blade's cause.
Bad guys all beat up too! Why you pieces of trash! How dare you destroy my beloved weapon! I'll tear you all to pieces! I'll slaughter you all! I'll shred you where you stand!
Stop! You can't use that here, Petroka!
Such immense power. Just who is this girl?
Hold on a moment. Something isn't right.
My body? It won't!
You alright, Petroka? Ugh, this power. Could it be?
Who's that?
So that's what's going on. That piece of Indoline scum.
Did you say Indol?
We're outmatched. Let's get out of here.
Like hell I will. I'm not done killing them yet.
We already got what we came for. And if anything were to happen to you, how could I possibly face Akos?
Let me go! This is why I can't stand you, you know?
You can give me a proper scolding later.
You're not getting away!
That shit!
The Monoceros. It was right there.
Oh! Morag!
Lady Morag!
Do not worry. It'll take more than that to dispatch me. They got away. Fan the Norn.
Goddess of the Praetorium. To what do we owe this pleasure?
Did you say fan?